On April 17, 2026, the Constitution's 131st Amendment Bill failed in the Lok Sabha. It fell short of the required special majority. This package carried a specific high-pressure promise: the immediate implementation of 33% quota for women in parliament. It also proposed expanding the Lok Sabha to 850 seats. The government designed the math so that no individual state would lose its current number of representatives. Take Karnataka. Under the government's proposal, the state representation would jump from 28 seats to 42. Yet the loudest opposition came from the very southern politicians who were promised these new seats. An alliance deliberately voted down a guarantee of more MPs and women's rights. Delimitation is the constitutional process of redrawing electoral boundaries. When population shift, the government adjusts the districts to ensure that one person equals one vote. During the 1970s, a deep demographic divide opened up. Southern states successfully adapted federal family planning and stabilized the populations, while northern states saw explosive growth. To handle this, Parliament passed the 42nd Amendment in 1976, locking Lok Sabha seats strictly to 1971 census data. This compromise meant states that followed federal population mandates were protected from being politically penalized, with fewer members of parliament. For half a century, India has accepted mathematically unequal voting constituencies as the price for maintaining federal fairness and rewarding good governance. The 2026 proposal sought to unfreeze the map. It aimed to use the 2011 census to build a new Lok Sabha with 815 seats representing the states. The government explicitly tied this boundary redraw to the activation of the 33% women's reservation quota. The opposition pushed back. They demanded the women's quota be applied immediately to the existing 543 seats rather than waiting for a new census. Southern politicians sharply labeled the entire package a project of political re-engineering. They viewed the widely supported women's quota as a strategic cover to force through a shift in India's regional balance of power. This isolates the promise for Karnataka, a jump from 28 seats to 42. But applying 2011 census math nationally, northern states explode with 50 new seats. Even with more MPs, the South's relative percentage of voting power drastically shrinks. A weakened voice in parliament directly reduces a state's federal bargaining weight. For economic hubs like Karnataka, that means losing leverage over tax contributions. A state can gain a larger slice of pie, but if the total pie grows disproportionately elsewhere, that state is effectively marginalized. The unified opposition held the line during the April 17th vote. They blocked the constitutional amendment, halting both the delimitation exercise and the fast-tracked women's quota. But the demographic reality remains. Populations continue to drift apart, and the 1971 freeze cannot hold indefinitely without violating basic democratic math. The world's largest democracy is trapped in a gridlock until it can invent a system that gives every citizen an equal vote without federally punishing the states that built the strongest economies.